kid, I used to write a lot of stories, and I still do. And this is one of the better stories that I ever wrote. It's called The Last Battle, and stories from before and stories from after. And I wrote this when I was about 7 or 8, and it's got a lot of the cool things that 7 or 8-year-olds love. And it starts off thus. Once, 7 superheroes fell to Earth. Kasplat. They were Super Tiger, Super Lynx, Super Jaguar, Supergirl, Superman, Good Guy, Gigi, and Dr. Toxic. 4 bad guys fell too. They were, oh yeah, Kasplat, Wolfgang, Greedy Mob, Tro Hexter, and Greedy Green Eyes. And this is a lovely picture that I drew of all the superheroes. This is the bad guy ship, and over here is the good guy ship. And then they fell and crashed, and this is the one little guy saying, no brakes, because there's no brakes. They fell. And every day, the superheroes go swimming and drink the pool until it's dry. Wolfgang had an idea. I will poison the water and they will die. Ha 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 ha. And then there's a lovely picture of a wolf poisoning a pool. See? But the superheroes were listening, and they didn't go swimming, but they did put some poison water in his cup and he died. The bad guys had a funeral, but nobody came. Greedy Mob got very, very mad. And then this is a lovely picture of them listening over here. And then they put the poison water in his cup, and then there was a funeral, and Greedy Mob got really, really mad because nobody came. Greedy Mob had a plan. When the superheroes go to bed, we'll zap them with a bad beam to make them evil, because there's definitely good people and bad people. You need to switch it back and forth all the time with lasers and stuff. But the superheroes were listening, and they didn't go to bed. They heard one day later the beam hit the bed, bounce back, and turn Greedy Mob badder. Da da da. And there's a great picture here. First of him, what he's planning to do, and he's standing up there, and then second of him zapping it, and then he becomes badder and more evil. Greedy Mob had another plan. We will kill Dr. Toxic and lure them and kill them all. Ha 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 ha. That was very violent. This is his plan, to kill Dr. Toxic, and then lure them all to the funeral, and then kill them all. That time, the superheroes weren't listening. See, this is them, not there. This is their absence right here. Them. Yeah, that's them not there. And they killed Dr. Toxic at the Gizmo Mart grocery store. This is him. He's dead at the bottom. Oh, no. And they sent a letter to headquarters and said when the funeral was. Their plan was working. Oh, no. But, finally, the kick-up. I don't know what that is. The superheroes were suspicious. They sent a fake dummy with cameras to go to the funeral. It actually says to go to the funeral and see what would happen. This is their robots that they're sending to the funeral. The steel camera bots moved in, and it was fake. When the bad guys swung their swords, the swords bounced off and killed Greedy Mob, and Tro Hexter and Greedy Green Eyes ran off. It's the bots at the funeral. Tro Hexter had a plan. When the superheroes go for a meeting tomorrow, we zap them with a switcheroo at them. We zap a switcheroo at them and turn them bad. Oh. And this is them listening to whatever they're planning. And this is Tro Hexter. He's got a skateboard because he's cool. And I used to think somehow, for some reason, that all bad guys were like swirlies. I don't know. They all were like swirly creatures. Okay. But then it happened that they had a meeting somewhere else. So that's them not there in their seats where they're supposed to be. Believe it or not, but Tro Hexter was actually smart. He sent Greedy Green Eyes to do his job. And this is Greedy Green Eyes in position, ready to kill them all. Or switch them all from good to bad. He shot the switcheroo beam, and it would have bounced back, but it hit a dog, bounced off bounced off onto the floor, bounced up onto Greedy Green Eyes, and turned him good. Sort of. See, it was an excellent progression. It was very powerful, then it lost power, and then it was not so powerful. But it wasn't powerful enough to turn him completely good. He was a half-half. And to make matters worse, the zap was invented by the bad guys, so he started off bad. See, this is him, and the dog's like, ruff. But his crew thought for sure that they had caught him, and they snuck in and zapped another switcheroo at him. See, they zapped him with another switcheroo, and that turned him completely good. And the crew ran like the wind. This is them running away. When the good guys came back, they found Greedy Green Eyes and let him join the crew. This is them, with helmets for some reason. And his crew, they surrendered and joined the good guys. That's them surrendering. Okay, enough stories from before. Now we have the last battle. Last battle, it says. The last battle is in a slightly different format. So the last battle begins. For the last battle, the good guys are needed. Okay. When I was a little kid, I thought that all good people were stood on stilts because height was power. So they're all going to be on stilts. Alright, this is their tent. This is a couple of good guys. This is Trohexter. This is Greedy Green Eyes and Greedy Mob, who somehow came back to life. This is a couple more good guys. And some bad guys. That's some squirrely creatures. They mark their land, because of course that's how war starts. They'll mark their land. And they set up camp, of course. And they start war. These are war shields that are around them, and he's got a bomb, and this guy over here's got a spitball gun, and they both got these excellent war shields. And it appears in this scene that Greedy Green Eyes has, or the bad guy has set off his bomb, but no one got hurt except for that poor groundhog. And he's like, look, no hands. Okay, spitball time. War shield on off button. I just used my best bomb, says the bad guy. Kaspit, 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 kaspit. Ah, my eyes. Stilt attack, kaspit, kaspit, hop. Yes, a table just appeared out of nowhere so he could get up high enough. This is not my day, says the bad guy. Kaspit. This one was drawn by my brother. Kaspit, put tui. I'm melting. Wimpy bad guy. Oh, he's just small. Ah, another bad guy. Hack poo. Boing. Not so wimpy. He becomes huge after the spitball attack. To which the good guy says, I gotta fart. No, don't fart. Mushroom cloud. And this is foam and a dog peeing on it. 2 bad guys gone, 2 to go. That was close. The next bad guy has the opposite effect. Ah! But Trohexter's too scared to try that spitting thing again. So he calls in the team right under the bad guy and has a look, he's on a skateboard on stilts. He calls in the team and has a conversation directly under the bad guy. Meanwhile, the bad guy spits on Trohexter. Uh-oh. And that made him grow and turned him evil. You can see his eyes there. He looks like Stitch off Lilo and Stitch. He's like, ah. And these people, they all run away. His team ran away. And they take Trohexter to the bad guys. Sleeping gas, you see. He looks kind of crazy. And they put him to sleep in the ammo chamber. Because that's what all bad guys do. They put him in the ammo chamber. And it says, where am I? And there's some kind of ammo there that I don't recognize. The sleep had turned him good. Oh, good. I need to take some of his stuff back to HQ, and he popped a balloon with his hair because it's that sharp. 5 seconds before, in the lobby, they're playing poker because that's what bad guys do, and they hear the pop and go, "What? He has awakened!" And then back in the emery room, "What? He has awakened!" He hears it. And then this is a tarp that he threw over all this stuff. "Ah, they heard me. Lucky I know a secret exit." Yeah. And Troll Hexter makes his escape and runs away. See, this is him climbing out a window with some stilts. And when he gets far enough away, 12 miles to Bad Guy Inc., because there will be a sign, he sets off a bomb he planted there. And then he goes back to HQ and shares the good news. This is the good news that he has. "Hi everybody, I killed them all." Good. Glad we've got that down. And the bad guys have a celebration. He pops some balloons with his hair. And they dance like they're robots or something. And new bad guys come in and crash the party. Joe Hexter can save himself, but the others are captured by the swirly creatures again. But being the good spy that he is, he follows them to Bad Guy Inc. 2. Bad Guy Inc. 2. Okay. And he's just there standing behind the tree. He finds out that his friends will be killed at dawn. And they're playing poker again. We'll kill the party poopers at dawn. Alright then. He helps his friends escape from Bad Guy Inc. 2. They're 12 centimeters to Bad Guy Inc. 2. There's a sign for that. And he blows it up. So much for the last battle. Time for stories from after. But first, a newsflash. Joe Hexter thinks he blows up Bad Guy Inc. number 2. But here's what really happened in both cases. In both cases. They're playing poker. Oh no. I've got a fart. What? No, not again. Toot. I guess I shouldn't keep so much methane on hand. But now, after the last battle comes, are you ready? Sure? Okay, here it comes. Stories from after. And so, the bad guys and the good guys are divided across a field, but they're only like this far apart. Bad guys are catapulting some bombs at them, because they're evil and things. Oh, good. But then hits their satellite dish and bounces back and blows them all up. Man, what a bad start. Have no fear, Mortis is here. I don't know why it's a bad start for them. Mortis is a character that I found on Dragon Booster, because I used to watch Dragon Booster as a kid. It was on CBC. And then this is some ammo. They have ammo, special ammo, super special ammo. I don't know if you can see that. Some weapons just here. Some green stilts. And this is Joe Hexter or somebody saying Mortis? Question mark? Yes, it's me, and I have to teach you of the ancient ways. Let's go in the tent. There is great danger coming. Uh-oh. While Joe Hexter is learning of the ancient ways, new bad guys come marching in. So he's like, okay, like this, and those are shields. And that's how you make a bomb. And then it blows them all up. Kaboom! New bad guys come flying in. See, it says bad on it. That's how you can tell. So, a sword fight breaks out. And they're all just trying to kill them all. But Joe Hexter didn't kill them all. 3 ran away and he's left to deal with that. And they made an evil plan over a game of Skippo to capture Joe Hexter and make him tell of the ancient ways. So this is them pinning him to a wall and making him tell. And they capture Joe Hexter and they pin him up and they turn him evil so that he will tell them. See? I don't know why he has like pom-poms on the end of his spikes. That's just weird. But Mortis prepared him for this, so all he has to do is cross his eyes and the chains will break. See, this is a knife and this is a arrow and this is like a dart and it's all firing at them and says, I'm out of here. And a good guy needle gets injected into him, so he turns good again. He did it. Oh no, the wind changed directions. Now his eyes will stay like that. Because when I was a kid, I would always cross my eyes and Mom and Dad would be like, don't do that for too long or else the wind will change and your eyes will stay like that and you will stay crossed. So, that's what happened. He crossed his eyes for too long. It's all his fault. Oh, it changed back and he's whistling right here. Says, I'm out of here, you know. I don't know why he's whistling. That's just weird. And Rivet is here, and Rivet has a line under his name. We always thought that was a really cool name. Rivet. Almost like Rivet, only weirder. Hello, Rivet, with a line. Hello, friend. Quick, inside. And Rivet and Trollhexter exchange gifts, and there's some blue light coming out. You giving this to me? Yes, here you are. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Because that's how short, that stuff is. What? Nothing except an armband? He's got a pogo stick. He's on some, platform shoes or something. Wow. Release. Wow. It's Tromohexterus. I had to write down the pronunciation for that one. Okay. He's got some pretty powerful stilts. He's got a jetpack. He's got some good guy pajamas. And he's got a parachute. In case anything happens. He's just ready for any emergency. He's awesome. He just killed the maker of all bad guys. Because bad guys are formed by this guy. It's like, they're like these minions. They're not, born or anything. And he lived happily ever after. See, he's normal again. And this is a bunch of stories that I was going to write, but didn't because I was stupid. See? From my extra fight, gone, here, If you have an epic story that you wrote when you were about 7 or something that you did that was totally awesome, then share it. Post it as a video response or send it to me or, give me a link to it so I can watch it. See you on the flip side.